Good morning, beautiful tribe. Welcome to those of you that are joining on the replay. We're gonna just hang out here together a minute or two while we wait for others to join us. So while you're waiting, I just invite you to begin to breathe a little more full and slow and deep into your body. Just see if you can activate your own sense of connection to your higher self while we're hanging out. I see someone here already. Welcome. Say hi in the comments if you would. See a couple of you logging in now. Good morning, Michael. Looks like it's taken a minute or two for your comments, or hello in the comments rather, to swim through the ethers. I see a couple of you here, or a few of you rather. Good morning, Liz. Hi, Ernell. All right, so everyone who's logging in and saying hello, just begin to breathe a little deeper into your body. And right away, check in with yourself. Find those two words that would describe your state at this moment. I'm going to wait till 7:02. So while we're waiting, say hi and pop your two words into the comments if you would. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Tim. All right, I'm seeing the two words start to come in. If you're just joining us, we're just breathing deep into our bodies, getting a little more present and connecting with ourselves by finding the two words that would describe our state right at the moment. Hi, Tim Turner. Good morning, James. Welcome. All right, I'm seeing the two words start to come in. It's 7:01. I'm going to wait till 7:02. I see a few more joining. Okay. Good morning, Joseph. Welcome. We're just breathing into our bodies and finding our two words and popping them into the comments. And it's 7:02, so I'm going to take my eyes off the comments now. Hi, Valana. All right, so excuse me. I've got a lot to share with you, so put your seatbelt on. I'm going to talk a little bit fast because I want you to have all of this. But before we do that, I want you to just think about the two words that would describe the state that you would, the two words that describe the state that you are in at the moment. And then I want you to just to feel all of that in your body. And I want you to take a huge breath in, fill your lungs to absolute capacity. And then I want you to force the breath out. And I want you to do that 2 more times, 2 more cleansing breaths. And as you take each cleansing breath, I want you to just to allow for the possibility that you move yourself from whatever state you're in, whether it feels positive or doesn't feel positive, and just bring yourself to a place of feeling neutral. We have that capacity. Energy is neutral. So see if you can just on demand shift yourself into a neutrality. And then just feel your ability to shift your state on demand. You can do it a bunch of different ways, and we discuss a lot of different tools over the last many years. But it doesn't matter which one you're using right now. I just want you to put your awareness on the fact that in any given moment, we are capable of shifting our state. Even if it's pleasant, we can shift into a neutrality and create possibility for an even more profound expansion. And that's what I want to open us to today, a more profound expansion and awareness of ourself. So here's the part where I'm going to start to talk fast. There have been many messages from the elders who kind of showed up in 2023 to replace the prominent messaging that I'm receiving from non-physical realms, where it had been coming through the Masters of Light from 2017 to 2023. When the elders showed up, they made it really clear, and you may have forgot this, so I want to drive this point home. Everybody on the internet and any other circles of spirituality or ascension or whatever interaction you have in your spiritual journey, everyone talks about consciousness. If I asked you what's your definition of consciousness, I don't know, there are 11 people on the call at the moment, there would be 11 variations of that definition. I want to remind you what the elders have said their definition of consciousness is while they are working with us on this ascension journey in the year 2024 that they coined the year of quantum leap. Their definition of consciousness is, and they're working with us, is to enable us to expand, to align with their definition, which is consciousness is our awareness in human form of ourself as source. Okay? The elders' definition of consciousness is our awareness in this human incarnation, in your current human incarnation. It's our ever-expanding awareness of ourself as source. Our mind thinks it knows what that means. Part of that may be accurate, part of that may be inaccurate, because our mind only has memory, and our memory takes new information in and tries to make sense of it. Our awareness of ourself as source is not coming from our brain that has been programmed with memory. It is coming from our upgraded heart chakra, where all the information of your accumulated eternal soul's wisdom is online and accessible now in your chest cavity. And it sends impulses of thought, because that's the human practice, thoughts. It sends impulses of thought that could trigger memory to help you make sense, or it could be new information. And it doesn't even have to be conscious. So consciousness is your awareness of yourself as source in a way that's going to make a difference in your life right now. And all the circumstances that are unfolding in your life in this ascension process in the year of quantum leap. There's this constant flow of information that's making its way into our conscious mind to begin to shift us, how we perceive things. Now remember, on the first Saturday of this month, the portal that opened is a big energy that is shifting the way we perceive things. Where's that shift in perspective coming from? Not your memory. Not your memory. It's coming from this intelligence that's making itself accessible in a way that makes a difference. Why is that important? Because on Thursday of last week, on the 20th, the summer solstice was a day early this year, and it was right before the full moon on the Friday, and it opened a 4-day portal that closed yesterday, and we're integrating today. And the elders have said that this is the last quantum portal that's opening this year. 6 months in, halfway through, the last quantum portal is coming in and moving our bandwidth, our attunement to the new higher frequency radio station. We moved from here from 2020, and we're now here, for an analogy our brains can understand, 6 months into this year of Quantum Leap. And in this portal right now that's coming in, there is a huge shift in perspective, a huge shift in awarenesses, a huge shift that hasn't made itself evident yet. But we need to keep our Indiana Jones head on. That's my metaphor for staying in a high vibe, emotional state of curiosity and adventure, collecting all the clues, leading us to the buried treasure, or not buried, but accessible treasure of awareness that's sending impulses of thought to bring a whole new level of clarity into our experience. This is super exciting. The important part is that I want to drive home today is on the lower frequencies that we have all been living on all of our life until we started to make the transition since 2012, and wherever you are in that spectrum, turning the dial to stronger bandwidths, we've all been living on a frequency of fear in a collective agreement on this planet with an erroneous belief about what the human experience is. And all that bombardment has trained your beingness to respond to conscious thought and unconscious thought that's buried in your unconscious mind that triggers an emotional response in your nervous system as a human and can trick you into believing you are having an experience that you have no power over. And this new shift in perspective that's coming in right now that you've already received the upgrade for is going to be integrating between now and the end of this month. We got about 10 more days. And in this integration, remember, our mastermind this month was really focused on emotional mastery. I want to drive this point home, beautiful soul. You are an electromagnetic being. Constantly, like the sign of the infinity. Electromagnetic, positive charge, negative charge, masculine charge, feminine charge, outgoing, incoming, outgoing, incoming. And in this electromagnetic exchange, generating power from your signature soul frequency, every thought that you have, conscious or otherwise, is the electric part. And every thought you have, conscious or unconscious, generates an emotional response in your beingness. Electromagnetic. Your emotional state is what you transmit out into the universe. You are a walking radio tower, transmitting. And we've all been trained as a collective, hoodwinked and hijacked. Humanity has been hoodwinked and hijacked into being taught how to think about ourselves in such a degrading, less than, separated way from our true nature as source. So we're constantly in a fearful response most of the time. And when we have an emotional reaction to something, it's based on imprints that we now, on this trajectory we are on the stronger bandwidth, we are being empowered. And today you are more empowered than you've ever been. You don't know that yet, but this last quantum surge has empowered you to access your ability to manage your emotional mastery on a whole new level. And we are being empowered to check our thoughts via, what am I feeling? What thought do I need to become aware of to ask myself, is this a thought generating an emotional response that I want to be transmitting? Because just because I feel it doesn't mean it's in alignment with what I want to create and who I truly am. And this portal we're in is going to begin to show us that on a whole nother level. I can't articulate how that will show up for you, but I can remind you that we have been given a shitload of tools that are in your tool belt that you have access to. And the first one I want to remind you of, as you may be finding yourself riding an emotional roller coaster of positive and negative, and when those negative thoughts show up, they feel so convincing and your nervous system is so electrified, you feel this must be true because this is how I feel, right? The number one tool we've been given, the intensity with which I'm feeling this emotion, name it, whatever it is not all mine. Why? Because the entire collective, your drop in the infinite ocean of the one, is like a snow globe being radically shook to bring us into these deeper levels of awareness. So today's message boils down to this. You have a built-in response ability. Your ability to respond is at an all-time high. You have the capacity to pull back and get a much bigger perspective than your charged snow globe shook up circumstances might allow you to believe in the moment. Your capacity for your own power over your thought process triggering an unwanted emotion is at an all-time high. And this would be the time to be really using the tool when you feel charged in a way that doesn't feel pleasant, to recognize, oh yeah, in this polarization, the fear frequency is going to scream as loud as it can to get us to stay aligned to that. And at the same time, you've got a neutral energy that is fueled by love, accelerating your higher perspective ability in any given moment. So use the tool from your lower self to your higher self. Show me what you'll show me right now. I'm supercharged. I get it. There's a message for me here. There's a rearrangement for me here. There's an empowerment for me here that is beyond my trained nervous system to go into overdrive. There's a gift coming in this week, and I want to encourage all of us, keep that Indiana Jones hat on. Stay in a undeniable experience that you can activate in yourself to be in curiosity. Curiosity is an easy shift on the dial. It's not a big turn from being distraught or so fearful I can't move to elation. No one's asking us to do that. Just turn the dial. Oh, look at my charge. What's possible? Show me what you'll show me. I get it. I'm in the game. Okay, I don't need to just react to this. I can respond. Show me what you'll show me. Where's my bigger perspective? I'm all in. I want to be in this high level of curiosity, because in this integration that we are in from this 4-day portal that has come to a close to bring us into integration period now, your perspective, your impulses of thought, you will begin to notice they're going to get clearer. It's not a requirement for you to work harder. It's simply an invitation for you to allow deeper and wider. This is not do better, be a more spiritual person. This is, hey, turn down the intensity of judgment and your attachment to the triggers that are going to be coming at us fast and furious as we take this roller coaster ride. And know your higher self has got you. It's been waiting for this moment. It's been waiting for this moment in humanity's evolution to guide us. And if you're on this call getting this information, you are ready to receive what's been activated in you over the last 4 days. let alone all the work you've been doing up until this moment. So, my admonishment today, beautiful soul, just relax a little bit. Turn down the intensity of the doing and just ask for a higher perspective of what does it feel like to be in a higher level of being, and how does that automatically affect the doing. It moves us into this beautiful ease and flow and alignment with source energy that is, it's a neutral energy. it's fueled by love. All the charge of the human experience is because we came to explore that polarity, but there's no polarity in source. It's a neutral, pure, loving energy, and it's helping us reclaim the human experience, and it's starting with you and me from the inside out. So be gentle, be extra gentle, and keep your Indiana Jones hat on and ask the question, how could I be more loving to myself in this moment? What broader perspective is available? And just pause for a moment and see what subtle shifts you make space for. All right? There's only love for you here. This is an exciting time. Enjoy it. Stay in curiosity. Keep that Indiana Jones hat on. That's where I'm going to leave you for today. I will see you on next Magical Monday if I don't see you before. Be well.